Wow.
And
Ooh,
I had
that.
two pigtails going. I had two pigtails going this way. he had like his butterfly collar shirt.
Oh my gosh. Oh, not the butterfly
So
collar shirt.
one of these days, he gonna allow me to release that picture. But until that time, I'm gonna keep it in archive because my mom had several. My mom got several pictures of us.
Oh wow!
And like I said, we were like 4 or 5 years old, so that's how long our friendship has gone to depths
4 to
of.
5.
Yep.
That's amazing. Yes. So you guys seen each other's kids and marriages and wow,
divorces, all that.
Yeah. Wow.
Have mercy. Have mercy.
Wow.
Have mercy. Marvin Gaye.
And now we're business partners.
Look at that. Wow. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, that's awesome. That's amazing. Wow. I know my friend was, when we've known each other since, like I said, since we were 10. When I had my first book, right? He was like, "Oh, sis, I'm so proud of you." When I had my first book release, and so I seen him through, I seen him before I moved to Florida. I've seen him we were kids walking, I would walk with a bunch of kids to school, and I was always the one with I told my mother, we need to have a talk about these days that you dress me in these polka dots, these stripes. I was always looking like all the other kids looked like they was like of age kids. I always looked like a kindergartner, like among them, like. And so we would walk to school and all that stuff. And it's like I moved to Georgia. He moved to Georgia. And he's with an awesome young lady. They've been together for some years now. And I'm like, oh, and I love it because now I feel like I could just because she makes sure he's straight. But it was like, it's really nice to have people that as a part of your past that, because not everybody can go with you in your future. But when you've got those faithful few, even my best friend, she's been there since I was 14, still there. Her and her husband seen me through so much. So it's really good to have people that are there that can, because I was like, yeah, I like my circle, small the way it is because these people, they know me. I can be vulnerable. I don't have to worry about, them like, oh, Nadira this and Nadira that. They check me.
Right.
They check me. They love me. And they are the ones that I go to when I say, hey, look, I'm thinking about seeing so-and-so. What do you think about that? Okay. I don't even question.
We do that for each other as well, too.
I love that. I got a
little hard-headed.
each other. I got a few heartbreaks from being hard-headed because, the heart just wants what it wants sometimes,
Yeah.
You just, and they be like, okay, Dara, and then you got that one that just be all up in your face like, girl, you know better than that,
Very much so. Very.
That's amazing. I love that. That's awesome. You guys are an example of what is that there are some friendships that are meant. There's some people in your life for a reason, season, or lifetime. But we're gonna take a quick break and
we done had some falling outs too now. We done had some falling outs too.
Without a falling out, right?
we done had some.
The falling out, then you eat cereal together like it didn't even happen, right? After a couple of days, you sit down, girl, sit down, boy, sit down and eat the cereal.
But that's what makes our bond so special is because, like you say, you do fall out, but you realize there are certain friendships that you fight for, that you go to bat for, that you don't just let fall to the wayside. There are some you're like, oh yeah, there was a good one anyway, but there are those that you fight for to the end because you know that that we all have a moment, but you look at the greater good, you look at your history. So for us, I think that's been our history. So he might be at the whole world, and that's all I gotta say.
Likewise, she's my best friend. Absolutely.
I love seeing y'all little posts with it's like, oh, my BFF click. And my BFF click. I'm like, that's so cute. Like, I love that because especially when you have people that that are like, people don't understand. There's just some rest that you have when you have that friend. That friend that you could just be like, dang, I don't even have to be all of this. I could just be myself. I could let my hair down and this person really see me in my vulnerable state and not judge me. See me in my vulnerable state and not look at me and be like, but I'm telling you, I have to ask because I'm going to ask. I told you sometimes I ask questions that are sometimes off the wall, but you guys never thought about maybe what?
Honey, no. Like when I said we are best friends, never. We'd have gone through some relationships. I've had a few. He's had.
You know why I said that? Because somebody asked me with my friend, like we've known each other, like I said, when we was 10, and somebody said, yeah, I said nope. And it's just because it was just like it was like that was where we are, and that was it. And then people used to be like, you sure? But I was like, nope. So I'm laughing
we get it all the time, though.
The exact same response I gave when it came in. I was like, nope. And he was like, and he started laughing. He was like, well, what that's supposed to be? You said that like, because I was like,
fast. Yeah, but we get that all of the time.
Really? Kimberly ain't even give me a chance to get the words out. She said
no. I'm trying. I'm getting married off this year, though. I'm getting married off pretty soon.
You get married off? Oh, that's a sweet sister.
I got my best girl dress ready.
Oh, you know what? But you know what? Actually, when it came to, I think it was somebody that I knew, they had got married, and their best friend was like another female, and she was like the best man. And I thought, oh, that is so awesome. And sometimes it's like that. It's very few and far between. But there are some people when you've grown up together, especially I think in small towns, like I'm assuming Meridian is like a small town, like in Alabama. Is that what it's small? So normally, when you grow up with people, those become like me. I grew up with the people. Everybody I went to kindergarten with. Mississippi. I'm thinking Alabama. Everybody I went to school in kindergarten with, I went to middle school with. Everybody I went to middle school with, I went to high school with. And so it was like, we felt like we know, like when I see people that I've known, it's like, dang, I feel like I've known them all my life because practically did. Because they've been there from the start. So, oh my gosh, that's funny. I feel like group hug. You guys are just so, you guys are like my best guests in the past couple of months. You guys are so, I love the transparency. I love the fact that you guys
absolutely.
Yes.
I think that I think that also, because of our background, steered us to want to do the practice together because of our backgrounds. We've been talking about it for some time, and it's like, what, let's do it. We just began to put things in motion, and that's always been my vision to help people. That's why I went into medical. That's why he went into medicine, and also being a pastor. He has all walks of life, people of all walks of life that he has to deal with. And you have to be able to cater to everybody. Being in the role that you're in, the same in healthcare. Mm-hmm. You can't discriminate. I mean, you have to treat everyone equal and the same, which I feel we do that very well. I'm gonna let him kind of share a little bit about the business, and then I'm gonna chime in. So you go ahead and chime in.
I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'm gonna take a quick break so you guys can drink some water and stuff. And when I'm gonna play a few sponsor stuff really quick, and when we come back, we are going to get into. You guys have gotten to see the spiritual side of what brought Dr. Kimberly Hunter Clayton and Dr. David Stevens together. So I cannot wait. I know you guys are excited to see what they are doing and what God is doing in their business. Don't forget to call up your girlfriends and tell them you missed the first half. But if you are watching on the replay, make sure you hit #replay. Call up your girlfriends and tell them Sisterhood Check-In is on the air. And we'll be right back after this.
Help me to trust him again with my heart and not be scared, looking over my shoulder when it comes to his actions because I felt betrayed by him. Help me to trust his good intentions towards me.
May not be physically with you.
They're in your church.
But I am sitting next to you.
Different face.
Different name. Same story, though, that goes like this.
I've done some terrible things in my life.
Some of them I chose to do.
And I own these choices.
But others, I just feel like I was swept up in a series of circumstances that didn't involve my will.
They just sort of happened to me.
I've become the culmination of those choices and circumstances.
So I guess I just need to say it.
I really need some help.
Hi, I'm Nadira, author, life and business coach, and founder of the Sisterhood Checkin podcast. I help women take their life experiences and turn them into life lessons. Book a call with me at bit.ly/coaching with Nadira. I look forward to helping you get to the other side of victory. Have a wonderful day.
On Sisterhood Checkin. Thank you guys for joining us back. If you missed the first part of Sisterhood Checkin, make sure you go back and watch the replay. We had an amazing time discussing Dr. Kimberly Hunter Clayton and Dr. David Stevens' journey to where they are today. If you have not gotten a chance to be able to visit their website, I'm going to post it in. We're going to talk about in this segment their business. They are recently started a business, and we're going to get into how that journey began. And we're going to start. Do you want to start first, Kim, or do you want to start, Dr. Stevens? Who wants to start first?
So basically, I shared with Dr. Stevens maybe about a year or so ago about my passion and and wanting to find a way to venture out on my own. I've been in healthcare for about 27 years. As you know, I started out as an LPN, and it's like I took flight from that. Just kept going to school, getting more degrees. So now I have a total of 8 degrees total now. I think I'm done.
Oh wow.
But our passion has always been healthcare, helping the community, and it's twofold because as he does ministry, on the spiritual side, he also does it on this side as well too. So therefore, we just kind of combine forces and wanted to have a platform to be able to share the best of both worlds and a setting for our community. Right now, I'm licensed in 8 different states. Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, South and North, Virginia and West Virginia, Tennessee, Washington State, where we currently licensed so far. So our plan is to start out virtual for the first 90 days as we get in licenses together, as we get in finalizing our Jacksonville location. So we'll be doing virtual for the first 90 days. And then once we are in our location, I will still begin to see clients that are in different states, but those will be all virtual. So I can service the community in Washington State, Tennessee, the Carolinas, all virtual, of course. And then those who are here locally, we'll be able to see them in office here in Jacksonville. That's our first vision. And then, of course, we would look to expand and get an office in Georgia. So, and that way we can go between 2 offices. So right now we're starting in Florida, and then, like I said, we'll venture out. And then we have a location in Georgia as well, too. That's kind of our vision so far. We're looking at, we'll be able to do counseling services, medication management, dealing with grief counseling. We'll be dealing with depression, anxiety, bipolar disorders, schizophrenia disorders, PTSD, child and adolescence disorders. We have family therapy, group therapy, cognitive behavior therapy. So just a wide range of mental issues that we'll be dealing with. Also, we'll be doing urgent care. So if there's someone, that needs an urgent care need, we're here for that as well too. We're doing some education on diabetes, hypertension management. We also be doing primary care as well too, if that's a service that's needed. Also, we're going to be doing weight loss. We'll be doing the Mounjaro and the semaglutide weight loss injections. Also, diet management, nutrition topics. Because the thing is, you have to be able to change your lifestyle. And Dr. Steven is very versatile because he works out every day. He's a health fanatic. Okay. Trust me. So he in the gym, eats good, works out. He's also a personal trainer. You're like, trainer? Yes, he's also a personal trainer. So he does that. If it's everything else, he's a personal trainer. So, so that piece comes in too. So it's not just about taking medication to give you a boost, lose weight. You got to also have a lifestyle and the mentality to maintain that weight loss, right? Or tone up. So that's more of his area right there, getting that part. I come in, help with the injections for the boost. But as far as education and training you on meal planning and meal prepping, high protein thing, then he can talk on that. That's more of his area because, like I say, his passion is, and on in gym, he also, was able to provide that service to his clients too that came to the gym. So he's just a whole wide bucket of knowledge in that area. So I'm happy to partner with him. I'm gonna start talking for a minute and let him chat me, and then I'll come back in a minute.
Yes, as Dr. Clayton has shared with us, there are just a multiplicity of areas that we're going to be working with, just from behavioral side of the counseling side of it as well as the medicine. And of course, through the counseling side with my pastoral skills as well too, and having a background in medicine, because of course I do have that background in medicine, the biomedical engineering as my undergrad, but then also to have a master's as well too, and deal with masters of biological studies. So deal with being able to deal with both sides of it would be a great benefit. But for me, from a counseling standpoint, you do want to deal with behaviors, deal with emotional side of what people actually go through. Sometimes being able to see what are possibly those stressors or triggers that we actually go through, as she alluded to. having to deal with, PTSD or child or adolescent behavior challenges that are there, dealing with grief, anxiety, and then of course, which leads to, from a healthy standpoint, making sure you do have your ample amount of sleep that is there, nutritional factors that are
right.
which of course, if we're not doing those things, or if we're overstressing, which can set up to different type of diseases within our body that can give you ulcers there as well. And then, of course, we love to, with her being the licensed practitioner, the doctor that's there, to be able to give not just the medical side of it, we deal with the whole body, the total man itself.
Oh, that's good.
Being able to deal with mind, body, and soul, to take through that avenues, if you will, and of course, being very respectful to the diversity of individuals with ethnicities, cultural differences. We just want to be able to help people with as a total man, total woman, of course, that are there. And we can provide those particular services. So as we're rolling out the practice itself, we're doing like a soft opening, which of course you'll see more so through platforms such as this, which we're very grateful to you to allow this platform to be given for us to talk about it, but also through our social media networks, of course, with our website that is going to be there. It's a soft post to give an introduction to it that will end up going to a physical location. Of course, Dr. Clayton can explain more about that. As you are prescribing, there is, from a medical standpoint, you do have to meet face to face with the patients, quite naturally. And of course, being that we'll be in several different states there as well, we are going to be looking at different physical locations that we will have to be able to, fly to those particular areas, because we'll travel quite naturally.
Nice.
We'll travel.
Nice. I love that. I love being able to promote, because I know as a small business myself that, I love supporting entrepreneurs, because I just feel like, God gave us so many gifts and so many talents, so many things that we can contribute to our society. And I don't think that, if we have the opportunity to get before major influencers, that's great. But sometimes you just have to support the people that are around you. And I'm a huge supporter of people, when I see people doing things.
Yes,
we are too.
I'm like, okay, I have a platform with 7,000 on one platform. I'm like the one to love, because I know what that feels like to want to be able to, because the more exposure, the more people you can help.
Correct. And we are definitely those that subscribe to, we celebrate others. We celebrate other businesses. We encourage other businesses, even in our lines of different businesses that we do have, that we help, even in my childcare business, or even with the gym businesses there as well too. People, bless the Lord, people are having babies every day.
If you seen the birthday party that I was at last Saturday, everybody was turning one. I said, wait a minute, let me count back 11. What holiday was that? Because it must have been at least 21-year-olds like there.
Oh!
When I tell you Chuck E. Cheese was stuffed, I mean, we were like moving arm to arm. I told my best friend, I said, okay, he's one. That means 11 months ago. That was right around August. That was. Yep. These are Labor Day babies. That's what they are. Labor Day babies. A day off will get you in trouble. That's what it is. That day off.
The day off.
Exactly.
The weekend trips. That with that extra day or that Monday of Labor Day off. That's where the babies came from.
That's it.
21-year-olds. I'm like, what the heck? Like.
So definitely, you have, there's going to always be children that are there. Yes. So we help individuals if that is something, especially younger people or entrepreneurs or those that are endeavoring or seeking to do that. We're really there to help promote, help educate, help resources, we're here to help there as well too. You know, in the church realm, there are people actually say, if he's blessing my neighbor, that means he's in the neighborhood. So I know if God is doing it for somebody else, he'll do the same thing for us, and vice versa. So we help. In fact, we're going to do that as far as helping other businesses, be able to help promote other businesses as well there too. Because even healthcare is always going to be there. It's always going to be there. And we can always have people, which is really another big reason why, from Dr. Clayton's standpoint of having the business, the practice itself, is you just have the autonomy that's there. You have the flexibility. You have the flexibility to create that type of atmosphere and kind bedside manners to be able to look at total man. Not only are we just prescribing particular meds that are going to be there, but let's look at it from a holistic standpoint. Let's deal with those behaviors. Let's look at what may be causing, different challenges. You may be thinking that it's doggone, Lord. You may think that it is actually maybe a heart attack that you're dealing with, but anxiety and stress will give you some of those.
Just like it. It feels just like it.
And panic attacks as well too.
So what better place as far as practice and genius practice that we will have to see? Let's look at it from a medical standpoint. Well, your numbers look great. Your numbers are fine here. Let's talk about it from another angle. Let's look at it from a holistic side of it. Let's deal with what are some of those challenges that are there. What are some things that's really, possibly hurting behaviors, or even from the CBT, the cognitive.
They work with what they have to work with, right?
Right.
And I know, like Stephen said earlier, who would have thought that a person of his caliber will be homeless, right? Lose everything that he had years ago. Who would have ever thought? But just as he lost it, God granted him that back and more, more.
Right.
So I always say that we got to find out what causes a person to be where they are. How can we help them to get what they need? Because again, I can say a person that has kidney disease, maybe they can afford that medication, right? The blood pressure is at the roof, right? Have we tried GoodRx? Have we found out like which pharmacists will let them go on a payment plan? Get them a little account. So what else can we do to help them get what they need versus just always assuming that they want to be in this shape? No, everyone does not want to be in this shape.
It's funny that you said that.
They want to do better, right? They want to live life.
And it's funny that you were talking about in terms of helping people with prescriptions and stuff like that. I recently partnered with a company that actually offers like families and individuals that don't have medical insurance that they can pay as low as $29 to $89 a month, and they get their prescriptions for free. And this includes diabetic supplies. This includes about 80 to 90% of the medicines that most people use. And I partner with them because I thought that is like crazy. Like I currently have Kaiser, but I said, that is nice to have too. And they offer that, they offer like different mental health services if you need it. But even if they offered it, even if they got it just for the sake of the prescriptions, it's easy to be, it's hard when, people go to the doctor. The first thing they're concerned about is how much is this going to cost?
Exactly.
How much is this medication going to cost? And so some people don't go and they don't get the medicines, or they go to the emergency room just to be seen to get the medicine for that moment. But some of them don't want to, they don't want to go and find days like, oh my God, I know this medicine going to be expensive. I don't have the money. So they just go to the hospital just to get that first dose. And then they just go on and they just wing it pretty much. But it's good that you guys are coming together and bringing solutions, not just talking about it, but actually putting your feet to a plan and say, you know what, we've been here. We know what it's like to not have anything, and we're going to be pioneers and making sure that we're not going to just be talking about it. We're going to get out here and we're going to do something about it. And
Correct.
that is real ministry.
Correct.
Is when, you open up that door, because you never know. Somebody might come in and might be saying, you might be treating them for their depression and open up a door and opportunity to introduce them to God, where the real healing can take place, and they, and people come back and be like, man, Kim, I heard your testimony. Like, oh my gosh, you had your pancreas, and I didn't know it was your pancreas. I knew you had a kidney transplant, but I didn't know you had your pancreas. Wow. Like, and still it's such, you just don't know how much of an encouragement I feel just listening to, hearing you guys go through what you go through and still pursuing excellence, still pursuing what God called you to do, and not allowing it. Because another thing with us, we get discouraged.
What you say? Yes. I remember sharing a couple years ago, and so I'm always very transparent about what I went through, right? When I first went to kidney disease, they told me I'll be on disability within 2 years. This is 2010. They said in 2 years you'll be on full disability. I've had numerous jobs since. I was on mute. Y'all heard me?
Mm-hmm. No, you were mute for a few seconds.
So they told me that, so anyhow, they told me years ago, 2010, that I'll be on full disability within 2 years. Mm-hmm. Didn't happen. And I never claimed that because I knew that was not gonna be my story. No. So but yeah, I had numerous to tell me, oh yeah, you're gonna be on the end, you're gonna be this, you're gonna be doing that. I don't ever receive anybody speak over my life. It was negative. I don't come to agree with that, right? No. Yes, so needless to say,
I'm glad somebody else said that.
Whatever they say, that's they're saying, but I did not come to agree with that.
That's
my anxiety, my depression,
I don't.
This. Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad that I'm hearing that from a doctor's mouth, somebody else that's saying it besides me, because I'm a firm believer that doesn't mean that you're denying the things that are taking place in your body, but I'm not going to come into agreement with what is taking place, because some things that are happening, that's all the enemy wants you to do, is wants you to agree. If you agree, he is like, oh, I'm good. I'm good now. So it's like, I take responsibility. Okay, if this is something that's going on and I need to change my diet, and I need to do that, and I'm going to work on that. And I'm not going to make anybody. I have a treadmill right here. I have a little portable under the desk treadmill. Let me tell you something. I make sure I'm walking. I make sure I am pretty much, I won't say 100% vegan, but I say I eat 90% of the time vegan. Because I realize the effects. Your skin just looks better. You feel better.
Yeah.
And I realize I don't like feeling sick. Like
no one does. No one does.
I'm constantly throwing up. I'm like the dramatic throw up. I'm like the dramatic.
He's the biggest baby when you sit. Dr. Stevens is the biggest baby when you sit.
I don't like not feeling good. So to me, it's like, this is no burger for me. Now I do, I did realize when I was eating chicken a lot, like when I was eating certain things, like I love chicken. I'm a like chicken holic, and I will eat chicken, and I started realizing a lot of mucus was building up because I was eating chicken so much. And then I started doing like different studies, and I have a friend of mine who we used to do the wellness clinic every Tuesday for like a couple of years. We did the wellness clinic. It was a private group, and she would give tips. She had lichen planus for years. She was in the military, and she went, plant-based, and literally reversed her lichen planus. And now she teaches, she does holistic, food, meal prep and how to get people on the right track by just changing little things. Even if, if you like hamburgers, it don't mean you don't stop eating hamburgers, but let's put different ingredients in a hamburger, versus like me, it was like, I love, like, there's certain comfort foods that I love. So I started incorporating, and one of the things I'm working on, I want to do, I'm going to do a cookbook.
You got me get hungry now. Stop it.
Yeah. So I did, I started creating with the kids. I started creating quinoa burgers. And I started eating lion's mane, which it's not the greatest taste. And I'm telling you, it's not the greatest taste in mushroom. But it has proven it. I tell you, every time I take lion's mane, eat it or whatever, it's like I took a limitless pill or something. Like it literally transformed my life. And I was like, Lord, I'm just like, because I wound up having to go to the hospital one time. I don't even know why. I was like, one day I was just like in so much pain, went to the hospital, and they was like, your numbers, they was like wondering what was going on with my liver. They was like, what's going on with your liver? Your numbers are like in, I think, 1,500. And it was like, it's supposed to be like 50 or something like that. So we prayed and we said, oh no, that this right here, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm not coming in agreement with anything the enemy is trying to throw at my body, because at the time of what I was going through, doctors came back, they was like, right. Numbers went right back down to regular. They said it went back to normal, and we don't have a clue what happened. I said, but God does.
And I tell people all the time, you got to remember, doctor's license say license to practice medicine. You always know that. License to practice medicine. So it does not mean we have all the answers. It means we've gone to school for 2 years, got an education to practice medicine to the best of our ability based on our skill set. But it does not mean that we know every answer. It does not mean that we have every cure. It just means that I have a license to practice medicine based on my educational skills and my continued education to treat this condition that you may have. And I tell you all the time, so don't think the doctors are cure-all, because we're not, right? There's some things that I'll be like, what is that I shake my head too, but we get the answers together. But people have to always know the doctors are not cure-alls. We're not.
And I think you're so right. Like most of the time, it's like something you said that was important. You have to take accountability. You have to want to be in a healthier state. And I think sometimes people live in such a state of they're used to living and eating a certain way. They used to feel in a certain way. And so if you've never eaten clean, you don't know how good it is how good it feels when you eat clean, because if all you're used to eating is quick, fast, sugary stuff, then that's all your body's going to crave. But you're going to go through withdrawals when you eliminate, like I don't have sugar in my house at all. And I haven't for God knows how long. And I realized I drank something the day before yesterday. I drank something that was like, it was like a sugary drink or something like that. And I literally couldn't get off the couch. I was just that quick. My energy went down. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this stuff, I don't like feeling this way. I'm like, I don't miss eating this. I don't miss living. I don't miss that. Now I'm getting better with working out, Dr. Stevens. I'm getting better. But, I'm not going to tell you I'm the workout queen. I'm going to tell you that. But I do eat well. But the workout part, I'm working on it. I got a little treadmill over here. I'm working on it.
We're going to take you to the gym when I get down there. We're going to take you to the gym.
That's it. I think, you know what it is? I think with me it's like I need somebody to, like when she was doing her thing and she was like, come on, we had a group. I was like, motivated to go by myself.
Yeah.
I might do like 2 or 3, pull up thing. And then I'll be like, I am ready to go. Cause I get bored. Like I have to have somebody there to be like, come on, let's go. Do this. That accountability partner,
like he'll work you out now and he don't take no mercy.
Oh, Jesus.
He don't take no mercy.
Let me tell you, I gotta admit to y'all, one day I had stopped at this place, right? And somebody had referred me to this gym and it was in Decatur. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go. And I walked in there and I saw all these women and their bodies was like, bam, bam. And everybody was looking good. I was like, oh, so I'm going in there because I'm going into the smoothie section. I want to go try the smoothie. I'm like, dang, these people serious. This is tight. So I go in, the lady like, yeah, we have trainers here. Let me introduce you to one of the trainers. So the trainer was like, yeah, this is what we do. And we do this. When I saw how he was working that lady, I was like, I'm going to call you back.
I'll call you back.
What's your Instagram? And when I saw his Instagram, when I saw how he was working him out, I said, do you have like a pre-course, like a get you ready to? He's like, No, we go in and we go for it. You gonna be serious? This is what we gonna do. And I'm looking at these women. I'm like, I'm thinking they all had BBLs or something because they was like, and I'm like, I told them, I said, dang, I need a little more time to think about this because this, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, this look hard. Like but I drove back and I was like, oh, I ain't never come back here. Not no time soon, But then, you start realizing like, dang, but I do like that their bodies, they look like they were eating well. And I was like, I eat good. I just need to work.
That's why I say that it's
being a vegan, becoming a vegan didn't happen overnight.
No. Mm-mm.
It took time. In the same way with, I look at it when we do pre-assessments with individuals, and I hear that often that, hey, I got someone to say, I want to go back to my high school size. I want to go back to my college. I want to go back to this size here, or I want to get back into a size 8. I want to get back into a size 6. My question is, and I say it with all due respect, when was the last time you saw that size? When was the last time? So however long it takes to get there, just written, however long it took to get to where you are now, remember, it's going to take some time. And of course, you got to start slow back into it, because unfortunately, sometimes that does happen. You go extremely too hard. Person just simply says, you know what, I'm not cut out for this. I'm not ready for this. I don't want to go there. You have to gauge individuals. But what we'll do, we'll come down to Florida area, and we'll work out. We'll work it out.
Cool. I'm telling you, I said to myself, I said, Lord have mercy. I said, Jesus, I said, that's why I started skating. That's my workout. I skate. So when I skate, boy, do I get a workout. I get the leg with the arm. So I've had a few injuries, but I've actually say that has been, and I'm recently, a friend of mine just started a group where she's been a part of this group. It's like a over 40 jump rope group where everybody get together and they jump rope, So I thought I was going to join that. So I've been proactively doing things that I enjoy to help me with the workout, because I want to be able to work out. I don't want to wait until I'm 60 and be like, it gets harder the older you get.
Correct.
I just want to be able to do it in a way where I can ease my way into it. But like I said, it's just hard when you're doing it by yourself. The motivation is just not, it's just, honestly, it just ain't there when you're by yourself. It's boring. You nobody to hold you accountable. Be like, get up on it.
Right.
So I think having an accountability partner helps with me being consistent.
Tremendous.
Eating is the same way. You gotta have accountability partner. Put that candy down. Put that soda down. Put that juice down. Like, put that.
You need that, right?
So that's awesome. That's awesome. So, guys, I just want you guys to know. I know we have gone for 2 hours. I'm so excited. I can't tell you how much joy I feel just being able to have you guys here and really just. I feel like we had those sit on the couch, Iyanla Van Zandt moments.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed you guys so much. I really did. And I definitely stay for after the broadcast. And I really want to talk about sponsorship and maybe getting you guys to be the sponsored help for Sisterhood Check-In. Thank you guys so much. Did you guys have any final words of encouragement? Anything that you want to say to somebody that may be listening that will help them to be able to come out of, because I know you guys are going to be specializing in a lot of mental health things and other things, and diabetic, working out. Do you have any encouraging words to somebody that may be watching and say, you know what, I just don't know where to start. Where do I start?
I think that, again, to taking the first step it starts in your mindset first. You have to mentally decide that you're ready, right? Because how many times have we started anything and we stopped it, right? I think that once your mindset is ready to take that route, I think that you're your own encourager. So we'll be here to help, to push you, to guide you. We'll be here to take care of said, the whole body, mind, and soul, spiritually and mentally, and also physically. So that's our goal, is to be here for you. Our website there is listed. Again, it's a soft opening right now. We're not completely open yet. We're looking to be fully open within the next 3 months or so, like that. But nevertheless, our website there, you're welcome to look at it, to share it, and we're still working on it. Dr. Stephen, do you have anything you want to say?
I'm gonna close on this, and I'm gonna piggyback. I love to chime in for what all has been shared. First of all, again, Ms. Lewis, thank you. You've done well. This is a beautiful platform, an amazing platform. I know it's a blessing to the kingdom, blessing to many other people, collaborators, businesses, entrepreneurs, podcasters. You're doing dynamic. You're amazing. We thank you so very much. I'm gonna piggyback on Dr. Clayton, as she was saying about taking your own accountability. Some things we have to do. We're looking at medicine. We're also looking at behavioral as well too. I'm going to share this. Well, no matter what you're going through right now, no matter how difficult challenges may be in life, something we have to do is make up in our mind, what I'm going to do is realign my focus. I am taking self-assessments. I want you to realize that no matter where you are right now, it could be worse. It could be worse, but you're still here. You're still here. You're still at a point. It may be hard, but let's try to realign our focus. Proverbs 23:7 says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As he thinks in his heart, so is he. So what I want you to start doing, I want you to start paying attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to your thoughts. If no one else is listening to you, you pay attention to your thoughts. Only you can make that decision. You know what? I want better. I'm down, I'm out, but I want better. I want a better place. I want to feel better. Health, I want to feel better as far as my career, my family, my job, my mental, my spirituality. I want to be better. As a man thinks in his heart, Scripture does tell us, so is he. And I know it to be true because social media, think about it right now, even with your cell phones now, you have your microphones that are there. There are companies that pay millions of dollars to listen to conversations because whatever you're talking about, we want to keep that before your eye. Satan does the exact same thing. Satan does the exact same thing. Whatever he wants, the way he wants you to think, he tries to keep it before your eye. Negativity, traumatic situations, cataclysms, whatever case it may be, he tries to keep that before your eye. You have to make that decision yourself. I'm going to realign my thinking. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. It's okay to be able to talk, to be able to share your feelings and be true about yourself. Be true about what you feel. We're here with you. We'll walk with you on this journey, whether it's virtually, whether it's going to be in our in-house physical location, whichever state it may be in. We're going to be there. And if it's not us, there are millions. There are several people that are out there, qualified, certified companies and businesses that are doing amazing. Get the help. Get the help. Get the help. Now, that's all I'm going to say tonight. I pray well. I pray with everybody. I hope everybody does amazing. Again, Ms. Lewis, you're amazing. You're amazing.
God be the glory.
You're amazing. I appreciate you. I'm so glad to be able to have a partner such as Dr. Clayton. She's just a great inspiration to me. She's been a help, an encourager to me. She helped through God breathe life back into the situation to me.
Yes.
I'm appreciative that she was that vessel that God used for me to finally hear those things all over again. God did it. God did it.
did it.
He did it.
What's that scripture said? Brother is born for adversity.
So now he's stuck with me.
Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much. I so appreciate it. I feel like 2 hours went by like that, but I feel like I've learned so much more about you, Kim, even the more your tenacity and your perseverance is very encouraging. And I know that God is going to continue to use you. I know he's going to continue to bless your businesses and bless everything that you do, because you have such a heart, and you do it with such simplicity. You do it with the mindset where I love when, Dr. Stevens said, you just called him up and said, let's just go on a cruise. Ain't that like a friend to have somebody just say, come on, not even know I don't even have no feelings, but I'm going to sleep on this cruise.
I need a house.
But you know what that shows me is that when Dr. Stevens said that nobody knew, it's amazing, but God knew. And God, it's funny because I think about something. I remember when we was a household, and I was a household. I remember one day it was at the Bible study one day, and I was extremely tired. I was exhausted. I was going through a lot of stuff. And I remember I was going and I said, Lord, I need some rest. I'm tired. Like, cause people could look at you and they could be like, oh, you're so strong. You just so this, but they don't know when afterwards you just be like, oh my God. So I was laughing because I was like, you never know what God needs, and God will put people in your life. I remember I got to the point where I didn't ask I asked for rest. I just didn't get it. I got it in a way I didn't think I was going to get it, but, it was crazy, but it's like when I thought about it, I'm like, God, and sometimes he'll send people to lift you up right at that moment when you about to just like, I'm done. I'm done. I can't do this no more. He'll send somebody. It'll be right at that moment where you just let your arms down and they come and lift you up. Don't even know it. And sometimes they do. And God will just speak to their heart and just say, hey, go do this. And you don't even know your steps are being ordered. How to send you. That's why I think it's so important, being sensitive to the Holy Spirit, because you don't know whose life you're saving. It could be a family member, somebody close. You don't. Being able to be sensitive. I'm just still shook up by the fact that God said God did it, and you guys I'm like, I think I'll be thinking about that all night. Like, okay, God, like, wow. I'm still like all about that. Wow. I'm gonna have to go back and watch this just to hear that again. Like, wow. Right. For you to say God did it. God specifically.
God did it.
Wow.
God did it. God did it.
Wow.
God did it. God did
it. I'm so honored, to be here to share this. I'm honored that we're gonna be partners. So we'll stay on after the broadcast for a second. But yeah, again, thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Ingenious Healthcare and Medical Consultant. You're looking at the owner, Dr. David Franklin Stevens, and Dr. Kimberly Hunter Clayton.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you. And if you want to get in touch with Dr. Kimberly and Dr. Stevens, you can always visit them on their Facebook page at facebook.com. You could go visit them at facebook.com/Kimberly Hunter. .McWilliams is what her Facebook thing is showing. And for Dr. Stevens, you can go to facebook.com /David F. Stevens, and it'll take you straight to their Facebook page. And of course, if you need any of the services that they've talked about, you can always visit them at www.ingeniousHCMS.com. Thank you guys for watching, and we look forward to seeing you. And before we leave, if you have a story and you would like to be a guest on the Sisterhood Check-In podcast, make sure you send me a message at the @handle Woman of Pride, or you can send me a message or you can reach out to me on www.sisterhoodcheckin.com, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Have an amazing day.
May not be physically with you.
They're in your church.
But I am sitting next to you.
Different face.
Different name. Same story, though, that goes like this.
I've done some terrible things in my life.
Some of them I chose to do.
And I own these choices.
But others, I just feel like I was swept up in a series of circumstances that didn't involve my will.
They just sort of happened to me.
I've become the culmination of those choices and circumstances.
So I guess I just need to say it.
I really need some help.
Hello, my name is Thomas Taylor III, CEO of TaylorYourDreams.com. I actually help individuals expand their vision past their current reality so they can live the life that they dreamed of. If that's you, you can reach out, you can hit me up, and actually have a free consultation. But until then, go ahead and make it a great day.
Hi, I'm Nadira, author, life, and business coach, and founder of the Becoming a Woman of Proverbs Wisdom Academy, and also the founder of the Sisterhood Checkin podcast. I help women take their life experiences and turn them into life lessons for others. Book a call with me at www.womanofproverbscoaching.com, and I'll see you on the other side. Have an amazing day.
Help me to trust him again with my heart and not be scared, looking over my shoulder when it comes to his actions because I felt betrayed by him. Help me to trust his good intentions towards me.
Yeah.